Seht ihr, im Schlag hier, im Angriff geht's direkt weiter. Ja, was bist du denn für ein kleiner Fratzi, ha? So, tschüss mit deinem komischen Schild, ne? Wir haben ja mittlerweile gelernt, gelbe Schilde werden durch Geo kaputt gemacht.
Absorption test. You're toast. You can't run.
So, immer weiter schön drauf.
Unleash. By ordinance
So,
divine.
dann hauen wir mal hier richtig schön Einstrahlen auf das Vieh drauf. Okay.
You can't run.
So, und der will doch bestimmt auch noch aufstehen, oder? Ich glaube mal schon. Wäre ich ja enttäuscht, wenn nicht. Na komm, mein komisches Cube-Ding hier, Kerni der alten Ordnung. Ja, wenn er jetzt gleich mit uns runterfällt, müsste er auch 1000 Teile zersplittern, oder? Na ja, klar. Ja gut, dann.
We're gonna fall. This time we're really gonna fall. So high. Luckily there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise that could have ended very differently.
So.
Hey! That Sally's on the move again. Let's catch up with it.
Ja, wir beeilen uns da mal. Touchen wir die mal an. Eine Truhe. Okay. Okay. Da geht's nicht weiter. Das heißt, wir müssen den hier weiter touchen. Aber immerhin haben wir die Truhe gefunden, ne? So nicht, aber so hier. Aha. Dass du hier kein Trüchen zurück. Ich glaube, es hackt. Hier auch, die machen gar nichts mehr, die bleiben genauso stehen. Da geht nichts mehr vor und nichts mehr zurück. Das heißt, wir haben alles richtig gemacht. Na?
I see how it is. You can't run. Swirl, Mark 2, Animal Test 6308. I must leave no stone unturned. Manifest, obey.
So, wir hauen hier erstmal fett die Eisaura raus. Und die Ulti hebe ich mir jetzt mit ihr nochmal auf. Da ist hier Eisgeist, der immer noch gut Schaden macht auch. Gut, wir hauen hier einfach weiter drauf. Der wird bestimmt irgendwas gleich kommen. Wie eben auch, wo hier auf einmal dieser komische Crawl da war. Wo auch immer der herkam, keine Ahnung. Wer weiß es? Nur für dieses kleines Exi, ha? So, wir schmelzen.
Steady as stone, as a dutiful made wood.
Doch nicht weg. So.
Unleash.
Leave it all to me.
So. Komm doch mal hinten raus, du hässliches Mistvieh, ey. So. Darf ich jetzt weiter draufschlagen? Das war jetzt bei einem Drittel, da wird noch irgendwas kommen. Jetzt gehören noch 2 Sachen. War das so ein Viertel? Haben wir 3 Gegnerbegegnungen? Wir machen das mal so. Nur zur Sicherheit, ne? Okay, nee, wir haben nur noch einen Gegner. Ja, okay, ein kleiner hier. Oh, 2 kleine, alles klar.
Do your master's bidding. Obey. Unleash.
You're toast! Animal hypostasis emulation. Absorption
So.
test.
Okay, der erste ist schon tot, wie ich gerade sehe. Okay, ja, gut, das war jetzt nicht so easy, ne? Dann hauen wir weiter auf den Kern drauf. War natürlich jetzt gut, dass wir die ganzen Ultis hatten. Habt noch was? Ich bin gespannt. Na, und? Okay. Dann. Da ist das Seli auch wieder. Na, Seli.
Look over there.
Seli sagen, ich mag Leute mit Stangenwaffen. Geh davon aus, oder? Na dann, Seli, wohin willst du uns führen? Jetzt die große Frage. Ah, ein zweiter Geist, okay. Das andere ist, war das andere ist von draußen? Wer weiß. Wir gucken mal da oben jetzt.
Is this it? Is this the sunset vermilionite? It's so huge.
Ja, das Jadegemach ist ja auch sehr groß, ne? Das ist die einzige Möglichkeit, das Jadegemach in der Luft zu halten.
That's true, but then again, why isn't it floating?
Plaustrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Plaustrite reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and ascending up into the heavens.
Und das weißt du, woher alles? Shenhe?
Wow, Shenhe, you seem to know everything about this.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me and start telling story after story.
Okay.
I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this.
Ja, siehst du mal. Meisterin von Shenhe.
Hold on a sec. Paimon just realized something.
Ja, ein Adept in die viel redet. Wer will das wohl sein?
If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? Heck, we'll be dragged up into the sky too. But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it? This rock must weigh well over 1,000 pounds, surely.
Ja, das ist die große Frage,
Don't
ne?
worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Okay.
Are you sure? Be careful.
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a plaustrite sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure it does not get damaged.
Paimon macht dir... Was macht sich um dich Sorgen, Shenhe? Solltest deinetwegen vorsichtig sein.
My safety.
Ja.
That's right. Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything. But if something this heavy lands on you, you're gonna get yourself hurt. No matter, you gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy objects. It's just common sense.
Is it now? Well then, thank you.
Ja, gerne.
I'll go on ahead with the Plaustrite. Let's meet at the building site later.
Genau, nimm den mal mit. Träg den
Shenhe
natürlich die
able to
Schulter
carry that
voran.
huge rock all by herself. Adepti super strength much? We can't slow down yet. Let's go meet her at the building site.
Ja, machen wir doch. Wir folgen ihr mal zu der Baustelle. So. So. Die Baustelle ist hier unten beim bei der Goldstube. Deswegen, wir huschen gerade einmal zurück. Das habe ich der kürzeste Weg, als wenn ich jetzt von irgendwo hinfliegen würde. Okay, das sieht schon sehr baustellig aus. Holla, die Waldfee. Liegt, dass sie ja vorher mal eine Schlucht war. Sich jetzt doch schon ein bisschen was getan, ne?
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's got to be one of those adepti, surely.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing, so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
Ihr seid alle sehr bescheiden,
This
ne?
is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations, this item is approved for submission. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhe and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest Plaustrite specimen.
Der keine 500 Millionen Berry, oh Gott, ich bin hier bei One Piece, Mora gekostet hat.
But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing, right?
In truth, it is the finest piece of Plaustrite we have received so far.
Von den Plaustriten, die wir bisher erhalten haben,
If
ne?
everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest, you are welcome to stay there.
Ja,
Now,
ach ja, alles
please
gut.
excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on the building site.
Okay, dann bis dahin, bei wann? Oder bei wenn?
Shenhe, just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your praises.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Aren't you happy about it? Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold her head up high and break into a big smug smile.
I've
Ja,
had similar
Paimon hat
compliments
eben, ne?
before.
Aber
They call me an adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive, too. Way different than normal people.
das kannst du jetzt so auch nicht sagen, Paimon, hallo?
But I am not...
Shenhe?
Geht's dir gut?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Hm.
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use, right? Let's go check in and take a rest.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate in silence.
Okay, anbieten wollten wir es dir auf jeden Fall.
Can't do that. It's dangerous out in the wild on your own. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy bed. Alright? Seriously, don't punish yourself like this.
Also Herbergen sind definitiv komfortabler als die Wildnis.
Okay. If you insist.
Sehr schön.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel.
Machen wir. Auf geht's. Komm mal mit, junge Frau. Irgendwo da hinten. Einmal hier drüben. Nee, nicht das Haus. Eins weiter. Das soll eine Herberge sein. Was hat die? Ein halbes Zimmer oder was? Hey, Juan.
Hi there. Checking in, are we? You're just in time. We only have 2 rooms left. Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not just workers either. Visitors, business people, tea sellers, all sorts.
Na cool. Hauptsache IT-Verkäufer sind auch dabei. Ist wichtig.
So, business is booming for me today. Very few vacancies. You're lucky you got here when you did.
Sehr schön.
Great.
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just through the door on the left.
Na
Here are
gut,
your
dann nehmen wir das,
keys.
ne?
All right. Hope you enjoy your stay. Please excuse me, I'll leave you to it.
Alles klar.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. We'll hang around outside until the other room's ready. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon couldn't help but notice one of the guests walk in with a huge
Da achtet sie wieder drauf,
chicken
ne?
drumstick before.
Jetzt Paimon, wirklich.
Let's buy one for Shenhe too. She can have it as a midnight snack, or save it for breakfast tomorrow.
All right. I will head to my room for now.
Ja, mach das.
If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door.
Alles klar, hier, ruh dich aus.
See you tomorrow.
Eben.
Hey, isn't that cloud retainer? What's she doing here?
Ja, wollen wir doch mal Hallo sagen.
Hi.
Ja, oder? Will ich auch mal einen Paimon. Einmal direkt nach oben. Was ist? Ja, ein paar Hüpfer sollten drin sein. Bei der Ausdauer von mir eh. Na? Junge Fürstin?
One trusts you have met Shenhe. So, are you getting along quite well?
Ja, sehr gut eigentlich.
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhe too, Cloud Retainer?
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shenhe to some
Echt?
degree.
Okay.
Cool. So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it'd be better if we called her by her Adeptus name instead.
Hast recht.
Her Adeptus name? Why, pray tell, would Shenhe have an Adeptus name?
Don't all Adepti have a special title they go by?
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shenhe is human.
Okay.
Oh, right. Wait, what?
Es ist also die Wahrheit.
What? You knew already? So is Paimon the only one who didn't know?
Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
Ja, deswegen hat sie sich ja den Gedanken gemacht, dass sie ein Adept ist und kein Mensch. Na?
Well, to start with, her problem-solving methods are extremely direct.
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first met her. One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of an ever-vigilant disposition, one entered immediately to inspect the scene.
Überreste eines Gottes.
Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster that was the god's remains incarnate.
Ah, und da hat sie ihre Kräfte dann wohl her.
That sounds so dangerous.
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile, both physically and mentally, and are highly reliant on their parents for survival. But not so her.
Ja, eine wahre Kämpfernatur hat eben, ne?
That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also to the bloodlust and homicidal instinct with which she was born.
Ja, den haben wir schon hier kennengelernt, den Blutdurst.
One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only after she was satisfied that one had no intention to cause her harm did she finally relent. She then passed out without uttering a single word.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day, Shenhe might have...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate continued, one suspects that Shenhe may have still emerged the victor of the confrontation.
That's still so dangerous,
Heftig.
though. Why was a tiny little kid battling against the wrath of a god in the first place?
Krass, oder, Paimon? Kannst du dir mal eine Scheibe abschneiden? Wärst du nützlicher im Kampf.
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind. And she had experienced her fair share of this, even at a tender age. Seeing that she was homeless, one decided to adopt her.
Hier und die Meisterin von der Shenhe sprach also deine Wenigkeit?
Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practicing the Adepti arts. All the Adepti cherished her talents, and so we were willing to train her.
Ein guter ist ja immer in guten Händen. Klammer auf, hör mal zu.
However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, they grew stronger day by day. Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to those around her. Such is the magnitude of the danger this poses, that her soul must be bound with red ropes to keep her homicidal instinct at bay.
Okay. Mit roten Seilen.
Red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive. Perhaps the red ropes are so powerful that they have suppressed some of her other emotions as well.
Das ist immer die Gefahr, ne?
It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shenhe's path has crossed with yours, please be sure to treasure the gift that fate has given you.
Das werden wir auf
And
jeden
take good
Fall.
care of her.
Definitiv.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shenhe because you were worried about her, didn't you?
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. The truth is that while Liyue Harbor may seem peaceful today, danger is always lurking in the shadows.
Wie immer, ne?
Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans. Well, one is most curious to observe how she will respond to the coming storm.
Hübsche Stadt immer noch.
If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her achievements. But if she does not, the Adepti shall not hesitate to seize control.
Durch eiskalt killen, Mann.
Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your time. and night is approaching.
Machen wir.
So, Shenhe isn't an adeptus after all. She just grew up around the adepti. Oh, no wonder she doesn't like being treated as an adeptus. Having everyone falling over themselves to show their respect all the time must be kind of hard to deal with.
Könnte schon sein, ne? Gut, dann würde ich sagen... Okay, also hier komme ich nicht rein. Wir warten einfach mal bis 8 Uhr früh. Gucken hier gerade mal kurz in die Ankündigung, weil ich diese ganzen Ausrufezeichen echt nerven. So. Das sind ja noch ein paar Stündchen, ne? Die wir hätten warten müssen. So, das haben wir. Das machen wir gleich. Nach der Aufnahme.
Hey, so, Shenhe...
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it?
Mhm, haben wir.
Oh? How did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you, so I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me. After all, Master is... very talkative.
Ja, da gebe ich dir vollkommen recht.
Sorry, Shenhe. Paimon had you down as an adeptus this whole time, but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner, because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit.
Ja, war auch nicht immer Shenhe.
Still, though you mistook me for an adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable.
Ja, klar.
Instead, you treated me as you would a friend. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're an adeptus or a human isn't the important thing. First and foremost, we're just plain old friends.
Schön gesagt, Paimon.
Got it.
Kann man so unterschreiben.
Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like the title friend very much indeed.
Na dann.
Well, now
It's so
that we're all rested up, we should start searching for the other 2 items on the list. But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper how the progress is going. After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. If it turns...
Gut, wir gehen also nochmal zur
And another thing,
Baustelle.
we bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhe. Try it. They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Okay. Na, immerhin, sie kann sich selber versorgen. Das ist ja auch schon mal gut. Figur wird anderweitig benötigt. Und zwar bei welchem Auftrag? Göttliche Bestie im Wolkenmeer. Mhm. Gut. Gut, dann müssen wir wohl jetzt erstmal da weitermachen. Hilft ja nichts, ne? Also dann ist wahrscheinlich die Ganju-Quest. Ja, da sage ich auch nicht nein. Ne? Aber die Folge ist eh zu Ende, deswegen vielen Dank fürs Zusehen. Und ja, ihr seht, wir haben noch viel zu tun. Also bis zur nächsten Folge, ihr Lieben. Ciao, ciao.